It's like look like a volcano landscape.
Yeah.
Rocks everywhere. Don't see many plants. It's on the sides instead of the middle. The green lake and the ocean. Lanzarote, Spain.
Very different from any vineyard I've ever seen in my life.
Volcanic wine. That's it. They cross here from Morocco, Mauritania to the Canary Islands. And if you're in the Canary Islands, you are in the European Union. And as you can see, there's a lot of excursions and different activities that you can do here. Because of the sand.
The biker almost just fell over.
Yeah. There's like a castle or like fort over there. Hello! So we are here in Lanzarote, the island of Lanzarote, in the Canary Islands, which belongs to Spain, pretty close to Africa. I'm gonna show here in the map.
Próxima parada, Rotonda San Francisco Javier.
And we are going to the airport now. We are taking a local bus, going to the airport to rent a car.
It was much cheaper to rent a car from there than anywhere else. So
Yeah, than to rent in the city. You have the rest work of going to the airport, but then you save money on that, $45 for a day. And then you're going to explore the island, so stay tuned. Let's explore together. Wow, definitely an upgrade here. I definitely didn't choose this car, I chose the cheapest one, but well, pretty sweet car. Just checking to see if there's any scratches and anything, but pretty nice. It's everything volcanic here, all rocks everywhere, because obviously it's the volcanic island. But it's interesting the separation they do between and here as well on your right, between the little plots of land. Wonder what they're growing there. My guess is that's because of wind, to avoid wind taking away all the sand and everything. They had these walls separating different places, different little plots of land. But if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me in the comment area. So we are here at the Parque Natural Los Volcanos, the volcanoes in Canary Islands. It's literally our first stop. As you can see, it's look like a volcano landscape.
Yeah.
Rocks everywhere. Don't see many plants.
It's very dramatic.
Super dramatic, and everything's black. Like the sand is completely black.
And basically the whole island looks like this.
Yeah, as most of a lot of parts of the other 4 or 5 main islands in the Canary Islands. And this is Caldera El Cuervo. So caldera, the Crow Caldera, and you can walk around. I don't know yet if you can go up. So it's in Lanzarote. And what's the name of the national park we are going after?
Parque Nacional de Timanfaya.
Timanfaya. Yeah. This is not still the national park, but we are going there. And it's pretty organized. They have, as you can see, a marked trail to do it. But just speaking a little bit more about the Canary Islands, if you look in the map, they are pretty close. They are Spain. You're literally in Spain here. You're literally in the European Union. Your phone in the European that works in the European Union is gonna work here.
Just think about like you're in the U.S. and then you travel to Hawaii, even though it's very far away. You're still in the U.S. You don't cross borders. You don't have to show your passport. If you're flying from the EU.
Exactly, it's exactly what she said. The Schengen area, the whole shebangs, and there's a little bit of controversy with Morocco. If you watch our video, the geopolitical video about Morocco, Tangier. The rivalry between Spain and Morocco because of the Spanish exclaves, Melilla and Ceuta, and also the Western Sahara that used to be occupied by Spain. And they say it doesn't belong to Morocco, and Morocco literally is. Morocco controls 2/3 of the Western Sahara. Here, some people say it's in Morocco or Mauritania that should be more African or belongs to them because it's so close.
Yeah, we're much closer to Morocco and Mauritania than we are to Spain right now.
To Spain right now.
Physically.
So yeah, there is this little controversy there, but I would say it's much more light controversy compared to Western Sahara. Great place to visit anyway. A lot of tourists in Canary
Really
Islands.
easy to get to from here.
Super easy. Yeah. Oh, let's explore inside now. And if you're visiting Lanzarote, you have to visit the national park Timanfaya, or Timanfaya National Park. So these devices here, they measure the seismic activity, and obviously if the activity started going crazy like that, run, because it might indicate that a volcano eruption is coming up. So going back to the car, that's a pretty cool SUV from Skoda. Usually we rent the cheapest car because we don't have much bags, and well, obviously the car is cheaper, and then you save money also with a fuel. But yeah, they gave us that. It's pretty cool, and we're not gonna drive that much today, so it's okay.
Parque Nacional Timanfaya.
So we're here at the visitor center of the Timanfaya National Park. We stopped here right now, and from here you pay 20 euros and you get a bus. You drive a little bit more here, and then you get a bus that goes around here. So don't get off of the bus. Just look at the very active and different landscape they have here. We decided we're not gonna do that because tomorrow we're gonna go to Tenerife, the island of Tenerife, and we're gonna look hike a volcano over there. It might be slightly similar, and we don't have that much time today.
And also the bus is 20 euros, and it's the only way you can't drive by yourself.
Exactly.
And if we could hike, maybe, but
yeah, we like hiking. We like to be in the nature, not too much in the bus.
And also the views are already super cool where we
Yeah.
are. So
Super cool. We're gonna go to different parts still, and yeah, it's gonna be enough for us. We're gonna go all the way here to the coast after. To the coast, there's a green lake here. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. Welcome to Lanzarote, Canary Islands, Spain. People riding camels over there. Cool. I'm gonna talk about a little bit about that soon. And a restaurant inside the mountain. So here in Lanzarote, I don't know if in other places in the Canary Islands, the farmers used to use camels for the farms, for farming, yeah. But now, since they don't use them anymore, they use the camels as a tourist attraction. So tourists go and ride the camels around. And I understand some people get uncomfortable with riding animals around the world. There's a difference if it's a wild animal or domesticated animal. Remember that camels are used all over the world for transport or work, as the same as riding a horse. So if you're comfortable riding a horse, there will be no problem riding a camel. Yeah. It's on the sides instead of the middle. So here in El Golfo, another stop in Lanzarote. This is a volcanic beach, and right over there we are going, there is a green lake, and obviously they were formed by eruptions, and the green lake as well was formed by eruptions. It's really pretty.
it's very pretty. Very
And
hot.
very hot.
It's the buffers.
Quite a few tourists actually. The green lake and the ocean, Lanzarote, Spain. Canary Islands, Spain. Look at this volcanic sand, like rocky from the beach, like black. And it's like mostly little rocks, not like our white sand we have back in Brazil, where I'm from. So after that amazing green lake, the El Golfo, here we have
Los Hervidores.
Los Hervidores, I think means the boilings,
Something like that.
something like that. And yeah, super green here as well, the ocean. And it's almost like a caves. And it's pretty close to the El Golfo, like 5 minutes driving. So definitely should be in your stop, one of your stops. Look like 5 fingers here, or some fingers. This coast is amazing, gorgeous. It's just so peculiar,
Yeah, it's so unique.
very unique. Humans. And this is it. It looks like a pot with, oh, I'm sorry, with boiling water. That's why you have the name. Nikki. So a tip if you want to visit the Canary Islands
Including Lanzarote, like where we are now.
and the other islands, which a lot of them they have similar landscape with the volcanic landscape. It's very easy and cheap if you are departing from Europe. Obviously, departing from Australia, from Brazil, from United States would be more expensive. But if you are in Europe, you can reach the Canary Islands with low-cost airlines, Ryanair, EasyJet, and others. Very cheap, to be honest.
Yeah, even though it's quite far away from mainland Europe.
Yeah,
it's
you're looking like we're on the level of Mauritania in Africa. And there's another option: take a cruise from Europe to the Canary Islands. It's not that bad if you count that you're gonna be sleeping in the cruise, you're gonna be eating like a horse, everything included.
You get transportation between the different islands
Yeah,
as well.
that would cost you, like if you fly to one of the islands, you have to pay to go to the other islands, or flying or a ferry. So it's worth it, but like it's
It could be cheaper, honestly,
Yeah.
if you calculate it out.
or you fly and then you take, there are cruises that stay just around among the Canary Islands, the different ones, or there are ferries, but kind of public-private ferries, and then you can also use them, and even flying between the islands. So we are here at the Salinas de Janubio, and this is a monument for the workers of the Salinas and the guy who created these Salinas that's after a later date as a cultural center that you can visit here in Lanzarote.
And Rodrigo, what is a Salinas for people who might not know Spanish?
Salinas is like a salt flats.
Yeah,
How can it?
salt
Yeah,
flat.
salt flat where you put ocean water, and then you let it dry and you produce salt. And if you look way down there, you can see some
Mountains.
little hills, mountains of salt. Mounds?
Mounds of salt.
We say mounds of salt? Yeah, I didn't know. And there as well. And actually, you can buy salt from this salt mine. Very interesting. Salt with chocolate. Very interesting. So we are here in Playa Blanca. Outside of Arrecife is one of the main town cities here in Lanzarote. And right there, I don't know if you can see, it's Fuerteventura, one of the other main islands in the Canary Islands. And you can take a ferry from here to Fuerteventura. And Playa Blanca is very nice because you have the beach, people swimming, you have the sidewalk to walk around, all the white houses, which is really cool, it's beautiful. And because it's really hot here, they have the white houses to reflect the sun and not be so hot.
Repel the sun.
What did I say?
Reflect?
Reflect, repel, I don't know. Yeah. You guys let us know which one would be the correct one. But yeah, if you should be in your one of your stops if you're in Lanzarote.
Okay, so we have a new update.
Yeah. So remember, I mentioned those protections, kind of like those plots, are to protect the wind, more or less. It's also for that, but they plant wineries.
Yeah,
Wow.
grapevines.
grapevines.
So it turns out this is a vineyard, which is very unexpected. We had no idea.
Yeah. So you have fertile soil underneath the volcano, the ash, the rocks. So they dig a hole there, all the way to the fertile soil, to plant the grapevines, and then they also protect with rocks because of the wind, the plant itself. So yeah, this is a winery. Vineyard. I said winery? Winery is where you produce the wine.
Yes, there's technically a difference. We don't drink a lot of wine if you can't stop.
Yes. So it's very interesting.
Very different from any vineyard I've ever seen in my life.
Volcanic wine. That's
it. Oh, there's a bunch of little houses here. So cute.
Where is it?
And we have left the volcanic area, and they're now, I don't know where we're going.
The surfing beach.
It's the surf beach.
Because of the sand.
The biker almost just fell over.
Yeah.
Very different part of the island.
Yeah, dunes and everything. It goes that way actually. Another stop. We are here at Playa Famara, or Famara Beach. And it's a surfing and kite surfing beach. Have a lot of wind, that's why I'm yelling. And have some waves. I saw a lot of people learning. I haven't seen people actually good surfers there. Maybe not the season, not the right swell, but it's really nice. A lot of sand, a lot of dunes around here. So it's interesting. The little sand dunes are there. So it's interesting to see the different environments you have here in Lanzarote.
It's such a small island, so it's quite impressive.
Yeah, that's very cool. You can see a lot of stuff in one single place.
Yeah.
And look at those cliffs over there. It's really pretty. Like the beach is down there and the cliffs, super cool. Definitely worth a stop here. And I don't know if you can see all the way there. It's Isla Graciosa, Gracious Island. It's an island close by to Lanzarote. Pretty cute, a small island. Look again, those mountains right by the beach. So cool. Super high mountains. High to be like sea level. It's really cool. E onde é que estamos, Nikki?
And Arrecife.
Arrecife. I have problems saying that because I can roll my R's through my tongue, just my throat, but yeah.
Yeah, there's no rolled R's in Portuguese. People often make that mistake, so they think you should be able to, but just Spanish.
Yeah. So here's the capital of Lanzarote, largest city, and this is a nice side walk to walk around. There is a castle or fort over there. You can cross the bridge and go there. It's kind of nice. Should be in your visit, part of your itinerary. So we are in Arrecife, like I mentioned, and if you're visiting, there is a walking route that you can do, and then there is the bus station where we are right now, Playa del Reducto, which is right over there, the bridge de las Bolas, the castle of San Gabriel, and it's kind of a little harbor with some boats there. I'm gonna do that now. And as you can see, there's a lot of excursions and different activities that you can do here. And this is not a bad beach for a city beach. The buildings are just here and the beach is just there. It's not an amazing beach, but it's pretty cool. Just go down your building, your apartment, and to the beach. Hello, still talking.
You're just I got distracted by the castle.
Still here in Arrecife, and sorry it's a little bit windy. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So talking, guys, I like talking about geopolitics. So a little bit more of geopolitics and the Canary Islands. Another source of rivalry between Spain, Canary Islands, and Morocco and Mauritania is the fishing rights, fishing territory. Because countries, they have the right to fish in their territorial waters, and they are exclusive economic zones that you calculate. I think it's 200 miles or kilometers from your border, like going to the ocean. But here is in between Canary Islands and Morocco, Mauritania, it's the ocean, so it's hard to define where is exactly the sea border between those countries. And it happens often that or the Spaniards are fishing in African territorial waters, or the Africans are fishing in here.
But it's usually the former one, isn't it?
Yes, because you guys probably know, European Union, European countries, they have a lot of resources. And I'm not talking fishing like a little guy just fishing a small boat. I'm talking like massive fishing boats, like professional ones.
Yeah.
And happens often, the Europeans, they have all the infrastructure, they have a navy, they have a coast guard, they can protect their waters. But African countries, often, they don't. They don't have a navy, they have a very weak navy, very small coast guard, if they have a coast guard. So it happens that fishing boats from Europe come to African waters and fish everything, like drag everything out. And the small little fishing boats, fishing guys, fishers, like literally their little boats, don't have enough fish because the Europeans took a lot of that. Obviously, Spain or France or something not say like, no, we don't do that anymore. But we have some rebel fishing boats from our countries that do that. We can't control everyone. It's really hard for us to control every fishing French, Belgian, Dutch or Spanish fishing boat. But it happens often. La Policía. Sorry, we stopped a little bit because it was too windy. I think you guys couldn't hear us. It's still pretty windy. Hopefully you guys can hear us.
But as I was going to mention before, is that it's not just here between Spain, France, Morocco, and Mauritania that they have this fishing rivalry. It happens in a lot of places in the world.
Oh, absolutely. Every place in the world that you have water borders, like ocean borders between countries, where it's really hard to determine where is the border. You can use GPS and everything, but it's quite hard. You have fishing disputes. And to be honest, China is one of the countries that have more trouble with other countries. They have a massive fleet of fishing boats, almost like militia kind of fishing boats, because they are somewhat connected to the Communist Party in the PCC in China, and they fish everywhere around China, everywhere that they cross.
Didn't Argentina just confiscate a Chinese fishing
boat?
Yeah,
and even Argentina, in South America, the Argentina Navy confiscated a fishing boat fishing in South America, Chinese fishing boat.
I don't think they can argue that that's part of their...
I didn't know. They have, every fishing boat has a GPS, the big ones, so they couldn't argue.
Very, very lost.
We were here by mistake, yeah. So it happens. They're pretty aggressive about that, but Chinese are not the only ones. But the other point, the geopolitical point I wanted to make, it's about immigration here, because since we are so close to Africa, a lot of immigrants from Africa, like undocumented immigrants, they, instead of going north to cross the Mediterranean, they cross here from Morocco, Mauritania to the Canary Islands. And if you're in the Canary Islands, you are in the European Union, and then it's jackpot. So it happens sometimes if the relationship is good between Spain and those two countries.
Two countries in Africa.
Yeah.
Morocco and Mauritania.
And I'm talking Morocco because the Western Sahara is essentially controlled by, 2/3 of it is controlled by Morocco. So it's essentially Morocco that controls that part.
But fun fact, if you want to learn more about that, winds here, everywhere. Rodrigo talked quite a bit more about this in a video we made about